Ilu ilu hotzianu mi Mitzrayim hotzianu mi Mitzrayim dayenu 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 dayenu. Ilu ilu koralanu etayam dayenu 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 Ilu ilu achilanu etaman dayenu 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 Ilu ilu natalanu echatora dayenu 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 Ilu ilu ichnisanu li eretz Yisrael dayenu dayenu
Tell me today, what's your name, sir?
Chaim Yankel.
And yours?
Chaim Yankel's son.
Okay, and tell me how you feel these days.
I'm a good feeler.
All right, and we're here for Passover. Tell me about
And then
it.
tomorrow I'll go someplace for Easter.
Very nice. I'll be in church too. Yes, at the golf course.
Cover all the ground.
Yes. All right.
Very good, Michael.
All right.
Matthew. What do I owe you?
$50.
No, 2 hands, right? Remember? Because it's the game, remember?
No scoopers.
Everybody else got 1 and you get 2.
What?
2 hands in a money bag. Remember I said that?
Oh yeah.
Are you happy or sad?
I'm happy.
Let's see. Oh, he's happy.
Are you happy or sad?
Happy.
Okay.
So you got a couple of hearing aids.
Yeah. Hey, how's your Peppy? I meant to ask you. How's your Peppy there? Good.
I said, oh my God, you're killing me.
Yeah?
Fly down again with Janet. Too late for second.
Take. Bye.
So what is the
I hope so. I think it is a plumbing issue in the wall. So they're gonna have to. Wow. Because it's the upstairs unit. So
What did you get?
we got the same one.
I don't see how anything could be better.
The only difference is the other one's got rechargeable battery.
Oh, right. That's what he said.
You don't have to put batteries in. That's a cool way to do it.
Sounds like a hearing aid conversation.
You have to. They told me how long?
Hearing aid?
And they said,
I think Cornwall regular readings for Woody ones. They can split it in half for both of them.
certainly since
Yeah.
2000.
How are you? Good to see you.
Happy
Stuart.
holidays. Stuart, Michael.
Axelmath.
Yes,
Michael, good to see you again.
Axelmath. Who's this?
That's Leon. That's my youngest.
Hi.
My middle, Ari.
I'm Michael. Hi. Did we meet before?
And my big guy, Eli.
No? Well, nice to meet you this
We
time.
came from Chicago.
Welcome.
To be here.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
welcome.
Everyone here?
Welcome. And this is,
Hi, it's Anastasia.
Did we
Yeah,
meet?
We've met before.
oh,
Yeah.
well, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
This is, just
Ari.
don't mind this. Are you tired? Did I bore you? Eli and I, old friends. What's up, Eli? Hi.
Next week. Which technically they started today.
Hey, Dad, you ordered me fish.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
It says fish.
No.
He got cow.
Fish cow.
He got brisket.
You
What
get
is it called?
you get no, you get short ribs.
It
Short
says
ribs.
There's no fish.
What?
No, it's brisket.
You got
or
salmon then. You got salmon.
I don't want salmon. I want
You love
brisket.
salmon.
He's so.
Do you know this guy?
No.
What's his name? What's your name?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Liao? Hi, Liao. Liao?
Oh,
What is that? Liam. Hi, Liam. Again. Do you know Benjamin? Okay, high five. High five. High five. And this is Matthew. High five.
I don't remember that part. Yeah, this is in my 62nd year. Do you have to go eat or something? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. No, let's wait.
Sorry.
Does
Want
she
to dance?
have hearing aid? You wear a hearing aid because we found in the lady. Does your mom wear a hearing aid?
Yeah, I can't hear you. No.
But he needs one. Give him that one.
So, let's wait.
Just so far, the package is good.
Tyson, you feel good? Good. Are you going to read some of the service? You going to participate? Good boy. All right, so we're going to start now with special lead by Rabbi David Bass, who will lead us in most of the service tonight. Okay, ready? Thank you very much. And Stuart in both Hebrew and English. The whole thing.
You have my mom's hearing aid?
Come on. This is it.
Hit him with the cane. Hit him with the cane.
Take it away.
Hi, everybody. My name is Stuart, and I just wanted to say two quick things before we do the blessing, which is number one, we come in from Chicago every year for this, and we just want to say we love this. It's a great part of our tradition. Our three kids love this as well. So thank you to the Bass family for hosting every year and for including us. And the second thing I just wanted to say, actually I have a third thing, which is really quick. The second thing is, let's take a moment not only to say thank you to Britta and Jeff, but also to recognize all of the Bass brothers and their wives. So maybe all the Bass brothers and or wives should stand up and give them a round of applause and thank them for carrying on this tradition that I know Gladys started many years ago, and we are just so honored to be part of it. Bass brothers, stand up. And their wives. Okay, thank you. And the last thing I just want to say is it's Janet's birthday, so at some point we'll have to embarrass her. Happy birthday, Janet. Okay, here we go. Kiddush, Yalla, you go Hebrew, I go English. Go. Yes. Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל עמים ורומם לנו מכל לשון וקדשנו ומצוותיו ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ועולים לשמחה חגים וזמנים לששון את יום חג המצות זמן חירותנו וקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים מועדי קדשך בשמחה ובששון התחתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים.
She's Israeli. Blessed are God, our eternal God, monarch of the universe, who has selected us from among all peoples and raised us among nations and sanctified us with the divine commandments. And you, our God, have given us festival days of joy, feast of the matzahs, the time of freedom in remembrance of the departure from Egypt. For you have selected and sanctified us from among all nations, and that you caused us to inherit your holy festival days. Blessed are you, God, who sanctifies Israel and the festival.
אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המבדיל בין קודש לחול בין אור לחושך בין ישראל לעמים בין יום השביעי לששת ימי מעשה בין קדשך שבת וקודשת יום טוב הבדלת ואת יום השביעי מששת ימי המעשה קידשת הבדלת וקידשת את עמך ישראל בקודשתך ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו אדוני המבדיל בין קודש
Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the radiance of the Father. Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the universe, who has made a distinction between the sacred and the mundane, between light and darkness, between Israel and other nations, between the Sabbath day and the 6 working days. You have also distinguished between the sanctity of the Sabbath day and the sacredness of the festival, and have consecrated the Sabbath day in preference to the 6 working days. You have also distinguished your people, Israel, and sanctified them with your holiness. Blessed are you, our God, who makes a distinction between one holiness and another.
And then we can say this one together. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the universe, who has preserved us alive, sustained us, and brought us to enjoy this season.
Thank you. From the start of the Kiddush, we're going to do the long form, so get ready. Danielle and I are going to walk us all through the story of Passover, and we thought this was a great introduction from Rabbi Beryl Wine about generations and
Pesach, and especially the Seder, are about children and generations, about telling of the past to those who will survive us and live in the future. The Halakha teaches us that one is obligated to observe a Seder, even if there are no children present at the table, even if one is all alone. Yet the obvious thrust of the Seder is to fulfill the biblical injunction, so that you will tell into the ears of your children and grandchildren what I have wrought in Egypt. The Seder and its attendant Haggadah is the mechanism for transmitting the story of the Jewish people to the future generations. It would not be an exaggeration to note that the entire Seder is geared towards children. The Talmud relates to us that nuts were thrown at the children in a playful game at the Seder table in order to keep them awake and interested in the proceedings. A Seder is therefore a celebration of generations, of continuity, of the spiritual triumph over the passage of time itself. Even though the exodus from Egypt occurred over 33 centuries ago, we can make it more immediate to us by considering the generations gathered around the Pesach Seder table. In our family, we have been blessed to have young children sit at the Seder with their aged great-grandfathers at the same Seder table. In reality, there are 200 years of past personal memory and the future life expectancy gathered at such a table. One therefore needs to imagine only 17 more such tables of past generations gathered to celebrate the Seder in order to return to the great moment of the original exodus from Egypt itself. Thinking in generational time makes the past much more real, vivid, and immediate to us. Jews always thought within the framework and lived their lives by the clock of generations rather than by the calendar of days.
Dipping the vegetable in the salt water with the egg to commemorate, to start the service. So I'll do the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri ha'adamah. It's dipping the vegetable, amen, dipping the vegetable in the salt water and thinking about starting our process. So now we go to tell the story of Passover, and we're going to start on page 9 with the introduction to the 4 questions. Tommy, can you do on the top of page 9, please? Yeah. Okay. Start with the
Outside place. This is the bread.
yeah.
This is the bread of affliction, which our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. Let all those who are hungry enter and eat, and all those who are in need come and celebrate Passover. At present, we commemorate it here, but next year we hope to celebrate it in the land of Israel. This year, we are the servants here, but next year we hope to be the free people in the land of Israel.
So to start the story of Matzah, of Exodus, of Passover, Rachel and Natanya will do the Hebrew and the English on the 4 questions.
Not Israeli, but say Hebrew.
Why is this night different from all other nights? All other nights we may eat either bread or matzah, but on this night only one. All other nights we may eat any species of greens, but this night only bitter herbs. All other nights we do not dip even once, but on this night twice. All other nights we eat and drink either sitting or reclining, but on this night all of us recline.
So on page 11,
It's Benji's turn.
first paragraph, Benji.
We were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt, and our God brought us out with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. And if the Holy Blessed One had not brought our ancestors out of Egypt, we and our children's children, would still be in slavery to the pharaohs of Egypt. Therefore, even if we were all wise, knowledgeable, and sagacious, and learned in the law, nevertheless would be incumbent to us to tell of the departure from Egypt, and all those who expand the telling of the story are accounted praiseworthy.
Nora, next paragraph.
I can't see it now.
Uncle Lester, right here.
And it is related to Rabbi Eleazar, Rabbi Joshua, Rabbi Eleazar, the son of Azra, and Rabbi Akiva, and Rabbi Tarfon. They once met on the night of Passover in Beni Berak and spoke of the departure from Egypt all that night, until their disciples came and said, Rabbi, the time has arrived to read the morning Shema prayer.
Okay?
All the days of your life. Days of your life, said he, refers to the days alone, but all the days of your life, including the nights also. Sages, however, say days of your life refer to this world only, but all the days of your life includes the time of the Messiah.
Larry.
Yeah.
Next three.
Oh, sure. Blessed be the omnipotent, blessed be the giver of the law to the people of Israel. The law speaks distinctly of the four different sorts of children, the wise, the wicked, the simple, and the one who does not know how to inquire. What does the wise child ask? What are these testimonies, statutes, and judgments that the eternal our God has commanded to you? You will respond by instructing the child in the laws of Passover, teaching that after the Passover lamb is eaten, there is to be no dessert.
Okay, we'll skip over Howard.
What does the wicked child ask? What does this service mean for you? My word to you is clear that the questioning child is not self-inclusive, and so is withdrawn from the community. It is therefore proper to respond forcefully. This is done because of what the eternal did for me when I went out of Egypt. For me and not for the youngster. For had the child been there, it would not have been rejection to this home.
Janet, what do you do the next two? Birthday? Two for your birthday, one answer.
Okay. What does a simple child ask? What is this? You will say, with a mighty hand did the Eternal bring us out of Egypt from the house of slavery. But as for the one who has the capacity to ask, you must begin the narration in accordance with the statement. And you shall relate to your child on that day. This is done because of what the Eternal did for me.
Okay, Claire?
On that possible day, narration is verse 11 himself. Therefore it is said on that day. Yet, as it is said on that day, it might be inferred that only daytime was meant. The scripture says on account of this, much is to be inferred that the narration is to be made only at the time when the also newer earth but was complete.
Oliver?
The end of the captivity carried out the divine promise made to our father Abraham, the covenant of the cutting of the parts. As it is said, when God said to Abraham, know with certainty that your descendants will be strangers in a strange land, not theirs, and will be slaves there, afflicted for 400 years. And also the nation whom they will serve will I judge. The former slaves will afterwards go out in the plunder loot.
Actually, and it is that promise which has been our ancestors' report and ours. For not just one has stood against us, but in every generation some have arisen to exterminate us. Yet the most holy and blessed always saves us. Jackie, Stacy.
Go forward and inquire what Laban is designed to root out the whole, as it is said. And Aramite had nearly caused my father to perish. And he went down into Egypt and dwelled there with a mere few persons, and there became a nation, great, mighty, and numerous.
Neil.
And he went down to Egypt, compelled by the word of God, and dwelt there. By which we are taught that Jacob did not go down to settle there, but merely to visit, as it is said. And they said to Pharaoh, we have come to visit the land. Let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen, with just a few persons, as it is said. With 70 persons your ancestors went down to Egypt, and now the Eternal your God has made you as numerous as the stars of heaven in your numbers. And there became a nation by which we were taught that the children of Israel were distinguished even in Egypt, great and mighty, as it is said. And the children of Israel were fruitful, increased abundantly, multiplied, and became exceedingly mighty. And the land was filled with them, and numerous, as it is said. I have caused you to multiply like the growth of the field, and you have increased and become great, and adorned with ornaments. Your breast is formed, and your hair is grown, whereas you have been naked and bare.
The next two.
And the Egyptians mistreated us, tormented us, and made us work hard. And the Egyptians mistreated us, as it is said, come, let us deal wisely with them, lest they should multiply, and it come to pass that when a war should happen, they might join our enemies, fight against us, and depart from the land. And they tormented us, and it is said, and they set taskmasters over them to torment them with their burdens. And they built stone cities for Pharaoh, Pithom and Ramses. And they laid heavy bondage onto us, and as it said, and the Egyptians compelled the children of Israel to work slavishly with rigor. Now,
Our sorrow and our oppression. And we cried unto the Eternal, the God of our fathers, as it is said, and it came to pass. After some time, after the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed in consequence of the bondage. And they cried, and their complaint went up to God in consequence of their bondage. And the Eternal heard our voice, as it is said, God heard their groaning, and God remembered the solemn agreement with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And our affliction was seen, this denotes
strong hand and with an outstretched arm, with great terror and with signs and wonders. And the Eternal brought us out of Egypt, not by an angel, nor by a heavenly being, nor by a messenger, but the most holy, a gloriously blessed divinity alone. As it is said, I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will strike every firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the odds of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I, the Eternal.
Jordan, the next two. The big one.
Yeah, it's all good. I will pass through Egypt, I myself and not an angel, and I will strike every firstborn, I myself, not a heavenly being. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment, I myself, not a messenger. I, the Eternal, the one and only. With a strong hand, this is pestilence, as it is said. Here the hand of the Eternal is against your cattle in the field, the horses, the donkeys, the camels, the oxen, and the sheep, with a very severe plague. And with an outstretched arm, this refers to the sword, as it is said. And a drawn sword in God's hand stretched out over Jerusalem, and with great terror. This refers to the appearance of the divine presence, as it is said. Or has God tried to come create a nation from the midst of another nation? By trials, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and with a strong hand and outstretched arm, and with great terror, according to all that the Eternal your God did for you in Egypt. And the signs, this refers to the rod with which miracles were performed, as it is said, and you will take this rod in your hand, and with it you will perform the signs. And with wonders, this refers to the flowing of blood, as it is said, and I will show wonders in heaven and on earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. Another explanation would be, with a strong hand, two plagues, with an outstretched arm, two more, with great terror, two more, with signs, two more, and with wonders, two more. These are the 10 plagues which the most holy, blessed be God, brought upon the Egyptians, and these are the plagues.
So Neil, you'll do the Hebrew for each of the plagues, and then we'll take a drop of wine out of our cup with each one. And Jordan, why don't you translate? Yeah, we'll all repeat. All right? In English. How about that? Neil will do the Hebrew, and we'll all do the English for each plague. Okay? Ready? Go ahead.
Tom.
Drop. Go ahead. Drop. Tom. Blood.
Sparde. Shini.
Light.
Aro.
Wild beasts.
Debbie.
Pestilence.
Jasmine.
Oil.
The rod.
Hail.
Arbet.
Clothing.
Osha.
Darkness.
Kat Bephorot.
Slaying of the firstborn. Leslie, are you going to lead us in Diana? Hit Dianu.
Dainu. Dainu, Dainu, Dainu. Dainu, Dainu, Dainu.
Oh,
There's something to say about the matzah.
first we're going to introduce the matzah by my dad.
I promise that the Bob Rabbi that I would say this at our service. He comes to our home every Passover, and he said, I know, Sheldon, that you're going to have a big family party tonight, tomorrow night, and I want to give you these sacred Shmura matzahs. Now, those things, there are little pieces on the center of your table, and it's very important for you to take at least one chip of it, because these are all handmade in Israel, and they duplicate the exact matzah that was used by the Jews, by the Israelites. So you must have one small piece of it. And the rabbi said it will give you nachas and good health all year.
So everyone at the table, hold up the kosher matzah, and Britza will explain now. So page second to the bottom of the page, this matzah.
This matzah which we now eat, what does it mean? It is eaten because the dough of our ancestors did not have time to become leavened. Before the supreme monarch of monarchs, the blessed most holy one, was revealed to them and redeemed them, as it is said. They baked the dough which they had brought out of Egypt into matzahs which were not leavened, because our ancestors were thrust from Egypt and could not take the time to make proper provision for themselves.
Next, the bitter herb, Jeffrey.
This bitter herb which we eat, what does it mean? It is eaten because the Egyptians embittered our ancestors in Egypt, as it is said, they embittered their lives with hard enslavement, forcing them to work with mortar and bricks, and to carry out all kinds of work in the field. All the labor was harsh.
Keep going on the next page.
In every generation, each human must hold the awareness of having personally exited Egypt, as it is said, and you will relate to your child on that day that this is on account of what the Eternal did for me when I went out of Egypt. So it was not our ancestors alone whom the most blessed, holy, blessed one redeemed, but we also redeemed with them, as it is said, and we were brought out of there, that we might be brought to the land promised to our ancestors.
Thank you. Next one, lift up the wine on page 25.
Therefore, we are bound to thank, praise, speak of well, glorify, admire, honor, bless, exalt, and reverence the one who performed for our fathers and for us all these miracles, who brought us from slavery to freedom, from sorrow to joy, from grief to holiday, from darkness to great light, and from servitude to redemption. Let us therefore sing a new song. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
You servants of the Eternal, praise the name of the Eternal. Blessed be the name of the Eternal from now and forever. From the rising of the sun till its setting, praise be the name of the Eternal. High above all nations is the Eternal, whose glory is above the heavens. Who is like the Eternal, our God, who dwells far above, yet offers to look all the way down toward heaven and earth. Who raises the poor from the dust and lifts the needy from the trash heap, to seat them with the princes. He even with the princes of God's people, who transforms the sterile women into a joyful mother of children. Hallelujah.
Michael?
You know, Matthew has graciously asked to read for me, if you don't mind.
When Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from among a people of alien speech, the tribe of Judah became God's sanctuary and Israel God's dominion. The sea saw and fled, the Jordan turned back. The mountains skipped like rams, the hills like lambs. What ails you? Sea that you flee, and Jordan that you turn back, and mountains, why do you skip like rams, and hills like lambs? From the presence of the Eternal, the earth quiver, in the presence of the God of Jacob, who converts rock into a watery pool, flint into a fountain of waters.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? You're on.
Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the universe, who have redeemed us and our ancestors from Egypt, and brought us to the enjoyment of this night, to eat matzah and bitter herbs. You are God and God of our ancestors. May you bring us to enjoy in peace other solemn feasts and sacred seasons, which move towards us, that we may be glad in the building of your city and rejoice in your holy service, that we may eat there of the sacrifices and of the holy paschal offerings, whose blood will be sprinkled on the side of your altar for your acceptance. Then we will give thanks to you with a new song for our deliverance and for the redemption of our souls. Blessed are you, eternal Redeemer of Israel.
Thank you. Ariel, can you do Hebrew? I'll do the Hebrew then.
The blessing of the wine.
Baruch atah Adonai. Together. Let's all do it together for the second cup of wine, which we should drink. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu haolam, borei v'hagafen. Drink it up. In English, please.
Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine.
Bottoms up. Okay, so we're gonna assume everyone's washed their hands, and we're gonna do the blessing over the matzah, and we will do. Go back to the Hebrew. Okay, blessing of the matzah on page 27. Okay, we'll do the blessing over the matzah. Amen. Okay. Next, the blessing over the herbs. Larry, you want to do it?
In English, please.
Okay. Me too. Okay.
Blessed are you, our God, monarch of the universe, who has sanctified us with your commandments and commanded us to eat bitter herbs.
Thank you. Okay, so the next one, we're going to have the Hillel sandwich before the meal to bring the bitter herbs with the maror and the matzah all together. And Danielle will say the prayer in Hebrew, and then Benjamin, you'll say it in English, okay? On page 29. Right, let her say the Hebrew, and then, yeah, okay? Benjamin, go ahead, you're on. Ready? Out loud. And then we're going to mix the matzah with the maror and the bitter herbs.
In order to commemorate the Holy Temple, Hillel, during the existence of the temple, took unleavened bread and bitter herbs and ate them together in order to fulfill the rule. With matzah and bitter herbs shall they eat.
Thank you. So with that, we've completed the telling of the story. We've got the matzah, we've got the herbs, we've got the maror, and we're ready to start eating.
Hey, good job. Good job, everybody.
It was like totally meaningless.
My eyes watering. How do you have this much memory on your phone?
That's what I had last night.
Ilu ilu hotzianu hotzianu mi mitzrayim hotzianu mi mitzrayim dayenu 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 Ilu ilu koralanu koralanu etayam koralanu etayam dayenu 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 Ilu ilu echilanu echilanu etaman echilanu etaman dayenu 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 hey 2 3 4 Ilu ilu natan lanu et hashabat natan lanu dayenu
Hey to you.
She is so surprised.
That's what I said.
I said, no, you know what the really cool one is?
Oh, he got him. He got him. Come on, man.
I struck you out swinging on a changeup. Did you really? In the batting cage.
Okay, so there was a time. Hear yourself. He's like crazy. Yeah. Oh, you guys talk about.
Ilu ilu natalanu natalanu echatora natalanu echatora dayenu 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 Ilu ilu ichnisanu li eretz Yisrael dayenu
What are you guys looking at? What's going on here? Benjamin, what's going on? You're the oldest, tell me.
Look. It's inappropriate.
Oh, Matthew, are they inappropriate or okay?
Fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alpha Coleman time. Did you find it, Tyson? Not yet?
Keep looking. Keep looking. Go for it. Where's your flashlight?
Yeah.
Under a chair.
Oh, what about under the chairs? Tape to the chairs.
They're like in the curtains, which
I know, I just
it would never be in the curtains. I thought they and we made them go in. No. Oh my God.
I'd look around the podium, you guys.
What's a podium?
That thing.
No, but now you're like the kid who's like, I'm gonna be cold when I go outside because I'm used to this. I don't have, you know what I mean?
It's not guaranteed to be all wet.
Everybody, listen.
New rules. I grabbed the wrong money bag.
Uh-oh.
I grabbed the money bag that didn't have any money.
Die, 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 die,